once again to this January 4th Pre World Labyrinth Day workshop entitled Let's Get Started. And the first place that we want to go is inward. What I'd like to do is get started with a little bit of a meditation and what we call the Pre World Labyrinth Day intention. What this intention is a few sacred words put together that we can entrain into our hearts and minds and bodies to prepare ourselves for World Labyrinth Day, to prepare the hosts, the participants, and even the labyrinths on that specific day. So I'm going to go ahead and help you get sort of comfortable, prepared, and then I'll read the intention to you in Lectio Divina style. So in your tradition, in your faith fashion, go ahead and start to just settle in a little bit. If you want to close your eyes, if you want to turn off your cameras, go ahead and do that. Listen, and then hopefully this intention will become your own. So go ahead and sit in your comfortable position, straighten your back, close your eyes, relax your face, drop those shoulders, and be present in this moment. Connect with the rhythm of your breath, and with a few deep cleansing breaths, exhale what needs to be let go of. Any thoughts, feelings, or body sensations that are keeping you from relaxing and being present in this time and purpose. Join me and place your hand on your heart as an act of connecting into your heart space, into that divine spark within. Notice the beating of your heart. Let go of active thinking. Empty your mind and welcome spaciousness. Continue slow, deep breathing, quieting your mind and opening to peace. Feel your cleansing breath and rhythmic heartbeat unifying your whole being. With every in-breath, breathe in peace. Imagine your World Labyrinth Day walk. Breathe into that day and feel your heart expand with love. Imagine labyrinth communities coming together. With every exhale, breathe out love into our world. Let this breath flow into and from your heart. Inhaling peace and exhaling love. Let's do that together. Let's inhale peace and exhale love. One more time, inhaling peace and exhaling love. Continue your slow breathing. And let us now move into the intention with compassion and kindness as we work together for the highest good of World Labyrinth Day. I'll read you the intention. The hearts of the hosts and participants are prepared for World Labyrinth Day. All labyrinths are connecting for the highest good of our world. On this second reading, I'm going to ask that you whisper it to yourself. The hearts of the hosts and participants are prepared for World Labyrinth Day. All labyrinths are connected for the highest good of our world. And on this third and final reading, let the words entrain deeply. Perhaps Catch a few words that stand out to you and shimmer to you and make them your own. The hearts of the hosts and participants are prepared for World Labyrinth Day. All labyrinths are connected for the highest good of our world. Amen. And may it be so. Thank you. You want to softly return to your screens? And what I'd like to do at this moment is just turn it over to Susie, who's going to be talking to you a little bit about some new tools that we have for you this year. So Susie, take it away.
Oops. Very sorry. Okay. All right. Coming out of my brain deadness there. Sorry about that. Thank you, Carmel, for the beautiful reading. It's always lovely to share that intention with everybody. And hopefully you will find the capacity to use that in your own planning purposes. We really provide all of these resources. You'll note in the chat box that we've already included a link for you to be able to print out the same intention, that the full intention, the way Carmel just read it, if you would like to use that in the future. As for something exciting, if Scott, if you could please pop up a picture, the map, the global map, it would be great. We have this year, our exciting new thing that we've added to the website is that we have now an interactive global map. Instead of just a list of places, you can actually go to the map and see where the events have already been submitted. As soon as you get yours submitted, everybody knows the date. So, you can submit them now, no problem. If you know you're going to have an event, go ahead and send the information in. And Scott, if you could click on the one in Honduras so people can see that we can even include it in your own language. So it's not necessary to do a translation. We also have, if you can click on the directions arrow there up at the top, the one that goes to the map, the Google. When you click there, it'll actually come up and bring up a option for you to get the directions to where the event will be held. So I think that's pretty exciting and fun. So hopefully you will use that in the future. All of the resources, as we add them, we will announce. Hopefully we'll get all the information and upload it to you as participants in the first workshop as soon as possible. And I hope you'll all start to submit your events. We look forward to putting those in and getting the map covered with little tabs. So from now, we're going to move on. Carmel's going to give us a little talk about what it means to walk as one at one.
Thanks again, Susie. So what does it mean to walk as one at one? Yeah, so this is really the intention for World Labyrinth Day, which is different than that pre-World Labyrinth Day intention we just did. Let's just rehearse a little bit about where the concept for World Labyrinth Day came. A little bit of history. The concept for World Labyrinth Day was first suggested by the Labyrinth Society Strategic Planning Committee in 2007, based on their recommendation for an annual worldwide labyrinth walk. At the 2008 Fall Board meeting, an international committee of 19 members chose the first Saturday in May as World Labyrinth Day, also known as WLD. In 2019, TLS and the Australian Labyrinth Network collaborated to initiate World Labyrinth Day in educational settings. Since 2021, TLS and ALN have also partnered with Veritas and the Legacy Labyrinth Project to offer you information, educational materials, workshops, research, and a dedicated website. The intention of World Labyrinth Day is to bring people from all over the planet together in a celebration of labyrinths as a symbol, a tool, passion, or practice. World Labyrinth Day is an opportunity to inform and educate the public, to host walks, to build labyrinths, to make labyrinth art, or to explore the archetype in other ways. Now, at the suggestion of the members of the TLS Strategic Planning Committee, participants were encouraged to walk as one at 1 o'clock in their time zone to create a rolling wave of peaceful energy around our planet as it turns in space. So, this intention, walking as one at 1 o'clock, continues into 2025. And today, more than ever, you're being encouraged to use World Labyrinth Day as a practice for world peace and planetary healing. Many celebrate the day with different enhancing activities, but the focus truly is on unity, collective intention, and focusing our energy around building and sustaining a peaceful world for all inhabitants, human and more than human. One way to do this is as the hour turns to 1 o'clock in your time zone, picture yourself connected to those who have just walked in their time zone, and then with those who will walk after you. Send them, their towns, their environment, and their governments peace as you do so. So I'd like to share my screen real quick. Hopefully you can see this. This is a map as of December 2024 of war-torn areas. The first thing I wanted to just tell you was the red areas are the extreme areas of conflict. The yellow are high areas of conflict. The blue is turbulent. Anywhere where you see white, we are to be extremely grateful because these nations and countries are in a peaceful state right now. I wanted to remind you that on World Labyrinth Day, the first country to experience a 1 o'clock walk is Australia. So from east to west, 1 o'clock just rolls through the world. The last area to experience a walk at 1 o'clock is Hawaii. So that's how that rolling wave goes through our world. So what I'd like to do is I want to let you know that there's been a 16% increase in war since this time last year. And I just want to really quickly read to you the top 21 countries in the world that are, in conflict right now. And the number one is Palestine, then Myanmar, Syria, Mexico, Nigeria, Brazil, Colombia, Cameroon, Pakistan, the Dominican Republic of Congo, Haiti, Yemen, India, Ukraine, Iraq, Ethiopia, Mali, Bangladesh, Lebanon, and Israel. So last year, when I walked for World Labyrinth Day in educational settings, I was at a wonderful high school, and we had strung all over the place world flags. And I had bought stickers of all the different flags around the world. And I had the students carry them with them to mindfully walk for these war-torn countries. And it was just a beautiful little ritual that we did. So I wanted to share that with you as well. So I'm going to go ahead and close this down, and I'm going to jump over to our fabulous, dedicated worldlabyrinthday.org website. And as you go onto the website, what you want to do is I'm going to show you the resource area. So you just go up to the menu, you hit your resource, You drop down to the PR materials and wow, look at all the things here for you. I just wanted to, so there's a whole listing right here. I'm going to scroll down real easy and just show you all the logos you might need. I want to let you know there's a whole thing on tips. Let me open this up for you. 8 wonderful tips that we've put together, throughout the years, and we're working on a timeline now to share with you at a later date. So, creating your own team, setting up your calendars, um, during your promotional work, making, contacting your radio and TV and newspapers, making sure that you do your post event follow up, just all of this wonderful stuff you can print off, you can read for yourself, you can share with your team. And there's even a video right here that if you don't want to read, just look at the video. So that's all there for you too. The intention that we just did, the pre-World Labyrinth Day intention we just did, is all here for you. Print it out, make it your own, share it with your own teams, or use it for yourself. And this is kind of a nifty thing. Scott and I worked on this last year. These are the pre-World Labyrinth Day intention cards. You can print this out and cut it in fourths and hand it out to your groups. And it's all right there for you. Something else that I thought was kind of cute that we did last year, a little thing called stickers in your shoes. Again, you can print out this template, you cut it all up, and you're going to be handing out these little, well, it's the World Labyrinth Day logo is what it is. And you're going to ask the participants to put it in their shoes to remember to walk as one at one. So actually, this little teaching came from Thich Nhat Hanh. So why don't you go ahead and print that out for yourself? And, that's a great tool to use for young people. I think old people enjoy it as well. So that's just another little nifty tool that you can use. So, there's so many other things that you could delve into. I'm proud to say that we have our World Labyrinth Day flyer in 12 different languages. We're working on Swedish language now. This is a great flyer to put up in your community, in your churches. You could, use it in your newsletters, anything you want. Make an attachment in your emails. So with this, what I'd like to do is turn this back over to Susie, because she's going to talk about having World Labyrinth Day in non-traditional settings. Take it away, Susie.
Thanks, Carmel. And we would be remiss to not mention World Labyrinth Day in educational settings, which is always scheduled to be the Friday before World Labyrinth Day. So this year, that's Friday on May the 2nd. The Australian Labyrinth Network originated World Labyrinth Day as World Labyrinth Day in schools, and it's been broadened to educational settings as it moved out of the elementary school areas and into higher education. So it's a broad-based program, and often doesn't occur just on that one day. Oftentimes schools' schedules are such that it needs to be incorporated elsewhere, and sometimes even across the full week leading up with short, small activities during the week. So we would encourage, if you are a teacher or you know a teacher or you have children or grandchildren that are in schools, we would encourage you to talk to them about possibly doing even just a brief 10-minute activity. It could be providing them with printouts of finger labyrinths, and younger children might just be interested in coloring it or tracing along the line with their favorite color crayon. It could be if you have an older child that has learned a little bit about labyrinths, maybe they would do a little presentation for show and tell on that particular day and show their classmates about labyrinths. It's a lot of fun to work with the younger children. I have an kindergarten outreach on an island in Honduras, and it's just such a wonderful feeling to see them all sit around and get quiet for once and be struggling to move their crayon along the path. But I really enjoy it, and I think you would too. Other ideas to think about. Remember, a World Labyrinth Day event doesn't have to be a walk at something that's in a church or an already built labyrinth. It can certainly be a finger labyrinth opportunity for you with over Zoom, even with your families. Do you regularly visit a retirement home, have friends that are in memory care? It might be an opportunity to spend some time with them doing a labyrinth, a little finger labyrinth work on that particular day. If you happen to be a nurse or working in a hospital, or you know people that work in a hospital, many hospitals now have labyrinths, but a nurse's station would be another nice place. They're really stressed out. Maybe on World Labyrinth Day at 1 o'clock, they could spend a little bit of time doing a finger labyrinth. Same within the pediatrics units at children's hospitals. It would be a nice activity for children that are capable and in the hospital and able to go home to spend some peaceful time doing this. Another idea I had was that if you happen to be traveling on that day, I mean, we never know, you might end up not being able to participate, you'll be traveling. We'll print out some of those World Labyrinth Day little small ones and cut them out and pass them out in the airport waiting area. And just share the love of Labyrinth with people all over as you're traveling. Maybe if you're on a cruise ship, I know Scott was on a cruise to the Arctic, and he did a little labyrinth walk on the cruise ship. So there's all types of creative ways that you can think of to do it. Even, and this is something I'm going to try to do because unfortunately I do have a family member who is incarcerated. I'm going to work with him to try to get a small group together. He's actually doing some college classes. And so I'm going to ask him to try and put a little group together to do a World Labyrinth Day finger walk on the 3rd. Another idea would be boys and girls clubs in your area. If you're involved with that, find an activity to do with them. I mean, there's so many ways that you can extend the reach of World Labyrinth Day without having it be just at an actual labyrinth that's, a permanent labyrinth. So I hope you'll think about using some of these alternative ideas and definitely share them with us. You can share them also on the Facebook Global Group. And that's another nice place for you to, if you're a member of the Facebook Global Group, for you to talk about your event or solicit ideas or share your ideas. So it's really a wonderful way to build the love of labyrinths and to spread the labyrinth joy around the world. Thank you. And we're back to Carmel, I believe. Oh, no, now we have something really exciting. This is the most exciting of all because it's brand new. It's still a work in progress. We have the last year's World Labyrinth Day slideshow ready to premiere for you guys. So you're going to be the first to see this besides those of us that received it just a few minutes ago. And I know you're going to love it. Scott's getting it started up now. Enjoy.
Scott, you're muted.
2 seconds.
Well, Scott's figuring that out. I also just wanted to add, Susie, if you don't mind, that you can create a virtual event too. If you want to pull some friends together on a Zoom call and do a virtual walk, there's just so many different ways to do World Labyrinth Day. Don't get yourself locked into one way, as Susie said. And thank you for the idea about, most of you know that my passion is to work with the incarcerated. And so they love to have purpose, and this would be very well received. If you know a chaplain who works in your facility, they can also help you.
Ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Oh, that's me.
Thank you so much, Scott. That's absolutely stunning. And I will tell you, when I'm feeling weary, I play the old montages, especially the first few ones. I was weeping the first time we did this. I actually wept through it. So these are beautiful tools for you to inspire others with. They're great embedded into your emails, just sent along for encouragement and what have you. I will tell you that if you, once again, go to your resource tools, there is a whole Labyrinth video library, and you can see not only this one for this year, you'll be able to see the ones from the past as well. So enjoy. What we'd like to do next is take about 10-15 minutes and just have everyone open up their mics and let's chit chat a little bit. We'd love to hear comments, questions. Any of us from the World Labyrinth Day Committee who are here, you can pick our brains. If you have any specific needs or suggestions for us, we would love to hear from you. So I'm going to go ahead and turn this over to the participants. You can raise your hand if you want. We'll call you out, or if you just go ahead and speak and speak up, and we'll go from there.
Hi,
Scott?
Ellen, that was beautiful. Thank you so much. It was amazing. I had a great question. Ingrid asked about the banners to put on top of their flyers. And we do have two, I'm testing it as we do it, but we do have two World Labyrinth Day banners that are near the top, right under the big stickers. It says World Labyrinth Day banners, and you can right click and save that technically if it works. Thank you so much.
I think she may have been asking about the banners that were on display at some of the World Labyrinth Day event pictures. And I think those show the old logo from several years ago. It might have been a template that was available, when Lars was being the coordinator. So maybe we can check around a little bit for that. Ingrid, is that what you were asking about, the big banner that were on display?
Yeah, that we
Mhm.
could put up, and it says first Saturday in May, and we could, use it at different times. So, and we could have it printed up locally, but it'd be nice to use something that's been standardized or already designed.
Yeah, I'll
Yeah,
check
that's a
around
great
for that.
idea.
Yeah, great idea.
So I'm writing it down, design a banner template.
And you can have them printed up at Staples or, whatever. The
Exactly.
Office
Large
Depot.
posters.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thing
Well,
does, there is someone asked about the template for a flyer, and there is on the site that you can log in your own information about your event, and it has the logo and some other stuff on there that you're welcome to use. And I find a great place to put things like that is Starbucks. They have a bulletin board. You can put things up, maybe even your grocery store, besides your faith community or wherever.
yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and share what she's talking about.
Yeah.
Can you all see this?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see my screen. Okay, so here's the template she's talking about. I'm going to try to open it up for you. Oh, it's not working. Hold on.
It's loading.
It's loading. Oh, okay. What I do there?
Oh, no, it's not.
But she chose the one for Word. Maybe there's two
Well,
options.
you know what? I won't open it up. But here it is right here. And you can see it's a blank document where you fill in your local information. Now, this is different than this one.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so this is the one that just talks about ways to participate and what have you. This one is for you. It's all done for you. And
Right.
quite frankly, you can pull from a lot of this material if you want to make your own brochures or even a larger sign or something like that until we get around to doing a template for those large signs. So yeah.
So know that we've tried to make everything as timeless as possible. So if you were to invest in having a bunch of those flyers printed and didn't use them all next year, they would still be valid for next year.
Yeah, try to not to keep dates. We don't put too many dates all over things. So yeah. All right.
Yeah, I would just like to compliment you on the resources. I used them last year to do a walk in this very remote area in the mountains where no one had done one of these before. And it was tremendous. Your resources are terrific. You could, as you said, you can post flyers in all the coffee shops and the supermarkets and wherever you can find a cork board. Hand it out to people, email it to people, put it on your Facebook page, whatever. They're excellent. They're easy to use. And it pulled people in. So thank you for what you've given us because they're very, very useful.
We love hearing that, Kathleen. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. And they were done with joy. So
And what I like to also reference that we link over to the Australian Labyrinth Network's resources for World Labyrinth Day in educational settings, which are absolutely incredible. The next workshop in February is going to be hosted by Australian Labyrinth Network, and it's just going to be a wonderful presentation about their new program for 2025. So I hope all of you will sign up for that, and definitely follow the links that you can find on our partners section on the World Labyrinth Day website. Follow the link to get to their resources. It's wonderful.
Good point, Susie. Thank you for sharing that.
Nancy's asking if you can watch the video that we just showed you, and that will be very soon, that it will be on the website. There's just a few things that need to be tweaked. And you can go on the website, as Carmel said, though, and see the previous years, 23 and 22. It might be fun to see different ones.
Yeah, they're all beautiful. There again, that's under resources, Labyrinth videos. You'll find that.
And Ellen is being very modest because she is really the nuts and bolts behind the montages. We really have a lot of blessings from those montages, and thank you to Ellen for that.
You're very welcome.
The one thing that we also would like to encourage with these workshops is, because they're free, we're hoping that you invite friends and maybe your planning committees to join in the one that's coming up in February, March, and April, and then that special one that's March the 18th as well. So they can be used to, to launch your local programs. And the other thing is a lot of the information isn't just for World Labyrinth Day. A lot of the information on, tips on how to create events, that can be done, year round. So there's definitely resources on this website that can be checked into for any of your planning events. To get ideas, inspire your own ideas as well. So please use these workshops, even the recorded versions of last year's workshops. Take a look at them as well and use them as a training tool.
Yeah, on that point, Carmel, so I'm just now getting our group together, our production team together to do that. And it's a little short notice to have them tune into the 6 o'clock one today. Since you're recording it, is it possible for us to have the recording of these meetings other than just the watch parties?
Yes.
Yes, we prepare them and load them on the World Labyrinth Day website.
Okay.
Under the video library. Now, it might not happen immediately. You have to give us a little time to make her happen, but that's why we record these meetings.
Yeah.
And Ingrid, in a pinch, you give us a call and we'll make it happen for you.
Okay. Well, I am going to put out a letter this weekend, but not to put any pressure on you, but just to say that I did attend, and that I'll get, if I don't have the link by the time I get it out, I'll send it to people as they're signing up to get involved. So
right.
Yeah, that'd be
Now
great.
you'll get the unedited version. Unfortunately, we don't have a video person who can edit and brand these for us. If any of you know of anyone who would help us do that, I'm just putting out a shameless plug. We'd really love to polish these up, but we just need someone who is savvy with video. So thank you again for that, Ingrid. Coming from you, that's a real compliment. We thank
No, the show is fabulous.
And I hope you enjoyed the fact that the strategic planning meeting of 2007, which you were involved with,
Yeah,
actually came up with World Labyrinth Day. I don't know
I
if you know
love
about
that. I
that.
know I got a little
Little
tingle
charge out of
when you
that.
said
Yes,
that.
Ingrid
Well,
has.
and I'll just say, historically speaking, of course, at that meeting that we were doing strategic planning, we did so much intention setting and walking the labyrinth before we even began the process. And it's so the whole thing about intention is so powerful, and it's
Right,
amazing to then see, the fruits of all that.
right.
At the time it seemed so big and huge, and yet here it is. So thanks to everyone that's involved.
Mhm.
And a question for other folks out there, how many people attending today attended a World Labyrinth Day walk previously, perhaps last year? Just
Show of
raise your
hands.
hands. Anybody brand new, never attended a World Labyrinth Day event? Joy?
Yay, Joy.
And
Kent,
My
all right, Kent, you're in for it this year.
yeah,
Yay.
can you tell us a little bit about what you're thinking about doing, Joy or Kent?
So I'm trying to keep it simple. We've got here in Colorado Springs, we've got at least 5 outdoor labyrinths. Several of them at churches, one of them at a hospital, one of them on a campground kind of a thing. And the church I attend has a canvas labyrinth. I know one other church that has a canvas labyrinth, but they rarely use it, kind of a thing. And so I've been toying around with the idea of um, trying to put something together where we could have, I'd have to have different leaders at each of those outdoor labyrinths, where we could have different groups meeting at the different labyrinths to walk at 1 o'clock. That's the big plan. Keeping it simple would be working on using the canvas labyrinth at our church, and then using that as a springboard to reintroduce a more consistent use of their canvas labyrinth at the church. The church years ago used to put it out like every Thursday afternoon from 1 to 4 for members of the Colorado Springs, for the community to just come and walk. And then that kind of fell by the wayside. So I'm seeing this as an opportunity to use the labyrinth and reintroduce it, and then begin to incorporate it more deeply into the whole ministry of the church on multiple levels. And by the way, I've been involved with labyrinths for years, since about the mid 1990s. I've built a number of outdoor labyrinths in Arizona. I've built a number of outdoor labyrinths here in Colorado. So I know their value. We've done them for grief workshops. I mean, yeah.
That's
So
lovely, Kent. You'll have to continue to share yourself with this group. Listen, we're coming up on the top of the hour. I see a few more hands raised. I think we have time for 1 or 2 more comments before we continue our program here today. And it is Izzy? How do you say your first name?
Is J.
It's beautiful. Okay, we see your hand up. Go ahead.
Yeah, thank you. Well, this is really my first time, and I am new, and I started learning about labyrinths during the pandemic. And I have a long story with how did I get here, but I just want to share that I am open to ideas, and I'm very excited. I still don't know what I'm going to do or how am I going to share it. The last year, I constructed my first labyrinth with a friend, and it really was a very beautiful thing because I was dreaming with it for 2 years, and I was only doing like small labyrinths with stones in parks and everything. But then last February, a friend of mine knew about this, and while I was chatting with her, she proposed me to construct it, and we made it for our kindergarten community. So now in this labyrinth is where I'm planning to participate in this World Labyrinth Day for the first time. So maybe because it's the first time, I'm going to keep it simple, or inviting some friends to organize with me. I already started to share about labyrinths, and I spent the New Year's in the mountain these last days, and I started to make a labyrinth with stones, and suddenly the kids and the other people came and helped me, and I had the opportunity to share to them what a labyrinth is and what they are for. And it's something that many people doesn't know yet. So at the beginning, it was like a little bit strange for them. But yeah, well, I'm very excited. I'm going to keep trying to keep the next meetings. And
Yes.
well, keep it.
Well, I also want to invite you to get a hold of me, get a hold of Susie or Ellen, and we will, mentor you if you want, and give you suggestions on how to do this. So, Susie, I'm not sure if our contact information is in the chat, but if you'd go ahead and please put mine in, and I'm sure Ellen doesn't mind. Just get a hold of us girls. We'll help you out.
Yeah, thank you. That will be very nice.
It'll be fun to get to know you too.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And the same goes with you, Kent. Fun to get to know you. Just, any of you people, just chime in, get to know us a little bit. Well, I'm going to go ahead and close the Q&A unless there's anything in the chat box that hasn't been expressed yet. I think we're clear. Okay, good. So we have just a couple closing. Susie and I have a couple closing comments. Then Ellen and I are going to close the meeting out today. But what we'd like to make sure, Susie, if you want to go ahead and just share some final comments with them.
Well, I think the most important thing for me is that we know what the date is for this. So some of your planning purposes have already been taken care of. You know, if you think about the who, what, where, and why, you know what two of those answers are. Okay. So go ahead and continue to do your work with your group. But as soon as you can, please submit your event date on the website. We've included in the chat, there's a short version of the link to the actual form, and we'll get you loaded up, and you can make changes to that in the future if you need to, but it'd be wonderful to start seeing the map get populated. We'll be sending out additional emails, as I said before, so definitely watch for upcoming information. Check the Facebook global group and your other Labyrinth related Facebook groups for updates and information.
Thank you, Susie. Let me also encourage you guys to go on the World Labyrinth Locator. If you're looking for labyrinths near you, check out the Labyrinth Locator. And I will tell you there's going to be a little information about World Labyrinth Day on the locator this year. And I believe that link is in our chat as well. In addition to making sure you put your event on our calendar, if you're looking to go to an event, you can, find events on that same calendar. And if you liked this year's montage, please make sure you send your photos into us. There's a whole place on the website for you to be doing that. And, we're going to be compiling the 2025 slideshow as well. So there will be a feedback survey that you could, anyone who's, doing an event, we really need that feedback. And by listing your event, it gives us the facts and stats so we can see if we're growing. We want to see if we're adding on countries, towns, and number of people as well. So also, if you're looking for any World Labyrinth Day swag, if you want a t-shirt, a hat, or a mug, that's all available too. There are links in the chat. I think it's also on the resource page. It's the Labyrinth Society Cafe Press store that you can go to. So, Scott, I see you just raised your hand. Go ahead.
My The easiest, for me, the easiest thing to do, if you have some emails of Labyrinth owners in your state, just send them the link and say, hey, if you're having an event, fill out the link. You don't have to say anything else, one sentence, and see how many respond. You'll be surprised. Thanks.
I love it simple. That's great. Well, at this time we have Ellen is going to share another testimonial, and then I'll close us down for the day. Ellen, you're muted.
Yeah, I wanted to close with the testimony from our friend Scott right here. So thank you, Scott. He said, World Labyrinth Day provides us with the perfect chance to share how walking labyrinths can foster a more peaceful and meaningful life journey. The Labyrinth Society's community, workshops, and resources continue to empower us as local labyrinth leaders to provide comprehensive approaches for connecting with our communities. Thank you, Scott. And I wanted to add my life tagline. Many of you hear me in other venues that powerful change can happen peacefully. And I think this day shows the world that people can come together and what we can do to create this wave of peace around the world. And it is possible. We show the possibilities.
Yes, we do, Ellen. Thank you so much. Everyone, I really just want to thank you from the bottom of my heart, and the World Labyrinth Day Committee wants to thank you for participating. I just want to repeat our pre-World Labyrinth Day intention to you, and I hope that you will be using it personally. So once again, the hearts of the hosts and participants are prepared for World Labyrinth Day. All labyrinths are connected for the highest good of our world. May it be so. Thanks again, everybody. We will be sending out the recording. Well, actually, we will be loading it on the World Labyrinth Day website. If you want the recording, go fetch it there. Give us a little time. If you need it right away,